Hey everybody, Intense Angler here. Some of you guys may recognize this little pouch here from a video we did a little while back on backpacking fishing gear. This little pack is just my little fishing kit, my emergency fishing kit, which rides in my essentials bag. And there are times when I'll head out and I'm not specifically planning on going fishing, and so I'll leave my rod and reel behind. But I do have this little kit in my essentials bag. Now, I get to a location, you know, the fish are jumping all over the place. I just can't resist, can't help myself, gotta fish. Well, I've got this to do it. I also know some of you guys like to put together your bug out bags and your everyday carry bags and that type of thing. And this little kit is perfect. It's a perfect addition for those. It does catch fish. And what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna break this thing out, show you just a real quick overview of the contents, show you how do I throw together a rod, and we're actually going to catch some fish using this little baggie today. So anyway, so stick with us here and we'll see how many fish we can catch with this little thing. Okay, so I've got the contents of the kit laid out here. I just want to go over these really quick. We'll start with line. I just use a 6-pound mono, which I keep spooled on these little tippet spools for fly fishing. It works really great this way. They're compact, and yet they don't allow the line to develop kinks and coils, which is great, makes it fishable. Hooks and sinkers, I just go with some 8 and 10 size hooks, a couple different size split shots, keep them fairly small, some little swivels, and a couple of these little neoprene beads. So there's that. As far as baits, I just keep a few small plastics. You can see I got some curly tail grubs there, little tube bait, very versatile baits. They work great for trout, panfish, bass, a lot of bang for the buck there. You can see there's a little fly over here. If you're going to throw flies in, I'd recommend beadhead nymphs. They're pretty versatile, they fish well, especially in streams. You can see this is just a little piece of nylon string if you want to make a stringer or something like that. Works great. I've got my little piece of tin foil. Some of you guys may recognize this. What I'll do with this is just take a little piece of it and wrap it around my split shots, and it works as a really great attractor. Calls in the fish, kind of like a spinner when you're spinner fishing. And you can see here I got just a little pouch of power bait here. So what you're going to be doing sometimes here, if you're using natural baits or if these aren't working, is you're going to be looking for grasshoppers, grubs, things like that. And if you just want to catch a quick fish for dinner or something like that, you got the handy little bait. So I got a few different bait options here, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's the contents of the kit. Now we'll have to look for a rod to use. Okay, so we got the branch that we're going to use. Preferably you'd want to use a willow branch. Pretty much anything flexible will work. As you can see, this has got some good action on the end, on the tip, and it's a fairly stout butt section here, I guess, on my little rod. This just happened to be a little sapling that was broken over, and it's about perfect for the uses here. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up some of this protruding stuff and get the eyelets screwed in here. We'll go from there. Okay, so now that we've got the rod here, we're going to need to attach these eyelets along the length, and what I'll do is I'll put one at each end, one down at the butt section, one about in the middle, and then one up here near the tip. So we'll go ahead and get these screwed in here. And now that we got the eyelets screwed into the branch here, we're going to attach some line. And the way that I do that is I'll take at the butt section here and just tie on my line down here. Just using whatever knot works best for you, of course. So we just want to get this attached, like I said, to this bottom eyelet here. Okay, now that we've got the line attached to that bottom eyelet, we're just going to go ahead and thread it up through these next two. So we've got it threaded through the middle one, and we're going to come up here and get it threaded through the top one, and then pull out the excess here. And there we go. We've got our makeshift little fishing rod here. I'm all rigged up here with the line thread through all the eyelets. I've got it attached down here at the base. Now what I've done is I've left myself quite a bit of excess line, longer than I'm going to need to make my cast with. And the reason I'm doing that is obviously you can see there's no reel on this, and so the way that we're going to be fishing with this is pretty much like you would do when you're fly fishing. In fly fishing, you're not using the reel so much, you know, to play the fish like you would in spin fishing or you know that. It's pretty much a storage device for the line, and so we're gonna just use our fingers to you know, work the line here. So I'm gonna take out line and let it, you know, drop to my you know, just drop, kind of drape to my feet or whatever. Get the amount of line that I want to cast with, and then I can kind of make my cast and let it slide through my fingers. When a fish comes on, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to kind of hold up my fingers and just play that fish. And if he starts taking line, I can let him, you know, run it out here. Okay, now that we've got the hook attached, we're going to come up about a little more than a foot, maybe 16 inches or so. And since what we're doing, we're fishing a pond today versus a stream, is I'm going to use a lot less weight. I just need something to help get the hook out there a little bit more. So I've got this really tiny split shot, and I'm going to attach it on there. And yeah, so there's our setup. We've got our little split shot, and about 16 inches down, we've got our hook. So now we just need to find some bait and do some fishing. Okay, so we're rooting it out a little bit. Found a little worm. Natural bait's always best here, so we're going to try that to start. So we'll go ahead and throw this on. How well this is going to work. Okay, so there's bait. So now try to catch fish with it. So I'm going to let all this line, now I'm going to do this kind of like I said, like fly fishing. So I'm going to take the line and just run it through my fingers and bring up this excess, and that'll allow me to get the amount of line that I want to make my cast with here. Okay, so the excess line's here. I can use this excess line to play the fish with. You know, it just affords me a little bit. If they're not in close, it allows me the ability to go out a little bit further where the fish are. So I'm going to start in really close, so we're just going to do the old flicker method here. Toss it out, toss it out. Had a bite. Okay, so toss it out here. That sucks if I missed one. Okay, so we got a fish. Like I said, you can see I'm holding the line in my fingers here to play this guy. So there you have it. Little emergency kit in action. I'm just fishing with the stick here. It's a little bluegill. So that's that. Okay, now we're gonna. All right, so we just caught one, as you can see, and we're gonna go for two. All right. Oh, spit out the hook. Yeah, another one. So you can see this rod, the rod tip allows the fish to absorb some of the impact of the fish fighting here, but anyway, there he is. Another one. This is just with that same little tiny piece of worm here. Stops. He doesn't know I'm gonna let him go apparently. So anyway, nice little bluegill. Toss him back. It doesn't take much, as you would think, for bait. You can see I just got a sliver of this little tiny worm that's just been mauled here. So I'm gonna keep fishing with it. And got another one on here. This one doesn't have as big, but just a little fella. Alright, this one's not exactly a trophy. It's lots of fish. So anyway, that's pretty much how it works. Pretty basic. It's actually kind of fun. It's almost like being a kid again, you know. So anyway, it works. You catch fish. So doesn't have to be very complicated. Like I said, just got a little stick here, that little pouch that I showed you, and we're catching fish with it. So, you know, whether you're out, you know, backpacking or hiking, you come across a nice little pond like this, stream, whatever, or like I said, in your bug out bag, if it's you know, survival situation, whatever, you have means to get food, whatever it is, you know. So pretty cool little kit. Like I said, it's a lot of fun too. Or if you want to do what I'm doing today and just catch a little video yourself out messing around, works great for that too. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us today, and I'm gonna keep fishing here. So we'll see you guys next time.